toy is going to be on spawn, I believe. Does he have enough time? I don't think he does. He's not going to get there. And OpTic Gaming will be your Atlantic City champions.
You know, before we picked up the team that we have now for Gears of War, we had been discussing this possibility or option that we had into expanding into another console esport. We did research, we looked around, and no one really made sense at the time because, I don't know, the sport was too small, and we knew that if we stepped in, we would help it grow, but, you know, what did OpTic get in return? You know, what was the point if we didn't get something? So for a year, we held off, and little by little, we started to hear the rumblings of it becoming a thing. Eventually, we got to the point to where we saw, you know, Gears actually putting up, you know, price pool, putting up a better infrastructure from the developer side that said, you know, we're serious about our esport. We're serious about it so much that we're going to do X for the players, X for the teams, and more importantly, X for the scene as a whole. So when we did our research and we found that there was an opportunity to not only enter Gears of War at the right time, but enter Gears of War with the #1 team, it was a match made in heaven. Timing on my side yet again.
It was actually after the last event for UE that we took first then that OpTic was in the talks with Ashes, and so we're all very hyped about it. I mean, like, this is like a dream come true for all of us. Like, leaning back from Gears 3, whatever, like, our dream was to play with OpTic. I mean, it's the best organization there is and the best fans, so we were really hyped.
Everyone on our team followed Call of Duty like really close, so like we all knew like how big OpTic was and how like big our fan base was. When he told us that we were actually like about to get picked up by them, it was like wow, like this is actually happening.
We were actually announced that we were getting picked up by OpTic, the Vision episode. It was one of the best gaming moments ever for probably all of us. I mean, it was really hyped. The fans in the chat were just blown away. They didn't see it come at all, and to be honest, just like I said, a dream come true for all of us, and the moment was amazing.
Like, I was nervous for like the reactions, but I also knew that like as the Green Wall got into Gears of War, I felt like a majority of them would like what we brought to the table, our energy, our excitement, just things like that. It's a different environment, and I think it's something new. Well, as the announcement was happening, all you really had to do was refresh your timeline, your notifications. I think at the time, we probably got 5,000 followers like in the first day, and I think the most anyone had on our team was probably like 1,500. So like, just like constantly refreshing your notifications, and it's always something new each time. It's like, it was an unbelievable experience.
Well, since OpTic joined the scene, I mean, with such a great organization, big following, you're gonna get viewers like from Green Wall and everything. So, I mean, it definitely helped the scene a lot. We have to set a great example for not only us as a team, but for the esports itself and how big the following is for the Green Wall.
What Gears of War brought to OpTic Gaming is our culture and our environment. Gears of War is a game like no other. During our matches and before our matches, it's an all-out war. The players sitting across from each other, like, they genuinely do not like each other as players. But after the game is done, we all shake hands, and it's all respect from there. What OpTic brought to Gears, honestly, is unreal fans that we've never seen before. We've never had a fan base like that crazy over any team. And the fact that we have diehard fans like watching our back no matter what, like when they hear something that they don't like, they'll always defend us. I think that's something new, and it still is something new to Gears of War. I think we're the only team with fans as diehard as ours. And honestly, like OpTic, as big as they are, they brought a crazy amount of viewership to our game, and they've helped us with their growth.
As you know, OpTic has a storied history of getting into esports that allow people to have a more well-rounded career than just being a pro player, right? So we get in, we embrace the league, they're able to create content, be a part of the content, be on Vision, be in this video, and then they have Hector backing them up and ultimately growing their individual personal brands. But it's also important because it allowed us to take one step further into becoming the most dominant console team on the planet. As you know, we're in multiple PC titles now, but at the time, right, only having CSGO and then Halo and Call of Duty, this was just one step closer to getting us to the spot where we were dominating across the board. And these guys delivered. We picked them up. It wasn't a matter of if, it was truly a matter of when. And these guys helped solidify the fact that it was a matter of when. And they're crushing it to this day still.
You know, the special thing about Gears of War is that it was a decision that we made internally. All the decisions are made internally, obviously, but this is something that nobody was asking for. And not because they didn't want it, it's just that they didn't know it was a thing. And it's going to be up to us to present this new platform to our audience. So, you know, Call of Duty, we were native to it. This is the first game I ever played. It's the game that I'm most passionate about, which is why we started there. Halo, we started in Halo because Mike moved into the house to be our fitness coach. It worked. He wanted to play, so we said, all right, well, you're on the team. We're not going to let you play for somebody else, so let's get a Halo team. Counter-Strike, everybody was asking for because it was such a fast and rapidly growing sport that we had to. From a business standpoint, we had to. But this one, not only was it something that we chose to do because of the opportunity, but also because we were going to be able to see a metric of an impact of OpTic stepping into a growing esport. As long as it's been around for a long time, but it was something that we were going to be like, all right, did we have an impact? And we did, obviously. And it was also the first time that we literally dropped news on Vision that nobody saw coming. No one saw it coming. It cut from one thing to Gears of War, and the crowd went so wild.